Hi, everybody. My name is Mary Burley. I'm the Chief Educator at the Norman Rockwell Museum, and I'm here today with my good friend Stephanie Plunkett, who is the Chief Curator and Deputy Director. And we are very excited to talk with you about the Norman Rockwell painting Good Friends, which Norman Rockwell painted in 1925 for the Boy Scouts of America. And this continues a focus on compassion for others. And we picked this image because of the big idea that friendship and the relationship between a boy and his animals is a very powerful and wonderful thing. So if you look at this painting, there's lots to notice and wonder about. There is a mother dog who is sitting quietly next to a boy who she clearly trusts with her puppies. And they're almost leaning into each other, the boy and the dog. And the boy is feeding the puppies, and he's actually got a pie plate that he's tipping towards the puppies so that they can pick up every morsel that is on the plate. There is a basket, which is there for the comfort and the togetherness of the puppies. And there's two puppies who are in the basket peering out. And we get this sense that they are full and happy, and they can observe the scene because they don't need any more food at this moment. There are a lot of clues about where this image is, what's happening and where the setting is. And one thing that I want to point out is that at the turn of the century, barns in New England were built with a very beautiful wood called chestnut. And the wide floors and dark coloring of the wood suggests that this is a barn made of chestnut. And then there's some other clues that this is also a barn. And do you notice what they are? So do you see there's a couple of tools in the background? Those are called pitchforks, and they're used for scooping hay. There are bits of hay on the ground, and maybe in the lower left corner, there is tack, which is what would go on a horse who might be pulling a wagon. So lots of fun clues. And there's a stairway maybe that goes to the hay storage area. But Stephanie, you have noticed some really fun things about the composition of the image and also some other fun facts. So could you share what you're thinking about?
Oh, sure. Norman Rockwell always found a way to get you to look at what he wanted you to see. And if you notice, the boy and the dogs are surrounded by a kind of a circle of light. And it's fun to think about where that light might be coming from. Do you think the light might be in front of them? Could the barn door be open? Rockwell really wants to make them glow a little bit so that you really notice that they are there, and he lets a lot of other things fall into shadow. Another fun fact about this is that Rockwell actually uses his brush strokes in a very particular way to make the coat of the dogs feel really silky. Rockwell was really good at making animal fur feel like animal fur, and skin feel like skin, and hay feel like hay. And he found ways to do that with just paint, which is kind of amazing. The other thing to think about here is that the Boy Scouts of America actually gave Norman Rockwell his very first job at the age of 19 years old. He was an art director for Boys Life magazine. So Rockwell felt very loyal to the Boy Scouts, and he actually painted their calendar illustrations every year for about 50 years, which is kind of amazing. And even though he painted this picture in 1925, it would not have come out on a calendar until 1927. It took about 2 years before they printed his illustration. Another thing I'll just mention is that Norman Rockwell grew up in New York City. And one thing that he loved was every summer when he was a boy, his family would go to spend a little bit of time on farms in upstate New York and on Long Island. He just loved country life, and a lot of the illustrations that he did portrayed a sense of country life, especially when he was a younger artist. And eventually he moved to the country himself. So he made that life choice based upon what he really enjoyed. Mary, do you want to talk a little bit about what everybody might do in relation to this picture?
I would love to, Stephanie. We would like to invite all of you to think about the ways that you can be caring and trustworthy for the animals around you and for your friends. And want to just share that approaching animals with gentleness, care, and a soft touch will help create a trust where you will learn from them in really wonderful ways. So we'd love to hear what you experience as you try that. And give us an email at learn@nrm.org to either share things that you've noticed about this painting or experiences you've had with animals. So we hope you have a great day, and thanks for joining us.